The story began on a crisp fall evening in October 2021. Kim Kardashian, known for her polished image and power as a mogul, stepped onto the stage of Saturday Night Live for the very first time. It was a major moment for her. She was beyond just a reality TV star. She was becoming a businesswoman, a cultural icon, someone who commanded attention for more than just her fame. But Kim knew that in order to be taken seriously in this new phase of her career, she needed to push herself in ways that were unfamiliar to her. The pressure of performing live on national television was overwhelming. But it also offered her a chance to reinvent herself, to show the world that she could do more than just look glamorous. That night, her SNL debut would be one for the history books, not just for her comedic performance, but for the unexpected chemistry that would unfold between her and Pete Davidson. Pete, the often misunderstood comedian with a sharp wit and an even sharper sense of humor, had been on Saturday Night Live for several years at that point. He was the kind of person who seemed to thrive in chaos. His life was never boring, always in the public eye, with a reputation built on his unapologetic nature and headline-making relationships. Pete had experienced a roller coaster of personal highs and lows, and despite the jokes and laughter, he often found solace in solitude. But when Kim Kardashian walked into the SNL studio that night, something shifted. Their chemistry was immediate. During a skit, Pete and Kim shared a kiss, an on-screen moment that was supposed to be playful but instead sparked real curiosity from the audience. The kiss wasn't just a plot point, it was a glimpse into something deeper. Something that neither of them anticipated. Afterward, the media exploded with speculation. Did Pete and Kim have chemistry off-screen too? People wondered. Could this be the start of a new Hollywood romance? While the pair remained tight-lipped in the days following the performance, both felt something they couldn't quite ignore. Kim had spent much of the previous year focusing on her personal growth and rediscovering who she was outside of her high-profile marriage to Kanye West. In the aftermath of her divorce, Kim poured herself into her businesses, her work with criminal justice reform, and her family. She had been a mother for many years, and the weight of balancing a high-profile career with raising 4 children was never lost on her. But there was something missing, a part of her that had long been put on the back burner. When she met Pete, that missing piece felt like it was beginning to click into place. The two began spending more time together, not as a couple, but as friends. Kim admired Pete's humor, his candidness, and his ability to make her laugh in ways that few people could. Pete, for his part, was fascinated by Kim's intelligence and her passion for social justice. He was used to being the joker, the class clown, but Kim had a quiet strength about her that grounded him. They started hanging out in more low-key settings, just grabbing coffee or enjoying casual walks through New York City. They talked about everything, from their shared experiences in the public eye to more personal topics about family and life. For the first time in a long time, Kim felt like she could be herself around someone who wasn't just interested in the world she was a part of, but in her as a person. Their friendship quickly evolved. They began to share more intimate moments, confiding in each other about their personal struggles and the burdens of fame. Kim could tell Pete, despite his comedic exterior, was someone who struggled with self-doubt and the constant pressures of the media. Pete, in turn, was captivated by Kim's resilience and her ability to juggle so many different aspects of her life while still managing to remain grounded. By 2022, the friendship between Kim and Pete had blossomed into something much deeper. They were spotted at various events, sometimes alone, sometimes with friends, but always appearing comfortable in each other's company. It was clear to anyone who saw them together that they had developed a unique bond, one that was more than just a fling or a passing attraction. Kim and Pete's relationship seemed to defy expectations. Pete was known for his chaotic love life, and Kim was emerging from a high-profile marriage, making their union all the more surprising. But in many ways, they complemented each other perfectly. Pete was the spontaneous spark, always making her laugh, always pushing her out of her comfort zone. Kim was the calm, steady force that helped him feel more secure and focused. They both shared a love for adventure, for breaking free from their routines, and they found that in each other. Despite the media's constant obsession with their relationship, they found ways to navigate their love story on their terms. Kim, accustomed to the constant attention of the paparazzi, had learned how to keep certain aspects of her life private. She knew that being in a relationship with Pete would mean living under a microscope, but she didn't mind, because she knew Pete was worth it. She admired his ability to laugh at himself and the world around him, and she felt that with him, she could truly let her guard down. Pete, for his part, appreciated Kim's calm and grace. He had always been under the scrutiny of the public eye, but it was different with Kim. She didn't just understand the pressures of fame, she lived them. Pete had often felt like an outsider, never quite fitting in with the elite circles of Hollywood, but with Kim, he felt accepted and understood. While Kim and Pete's connection was undeniable, their relationship wasn't without its challenges. Being in the public eye meant constant speculation, gossip, and, at times, harsh criticism. Pete had faced his own struggles with mental health, and while he had found solace in his relationship with Kim, he wasn't immune to the pressures of the tabloids and social media. In 2022, as their relationship became more public, the scrutiny grew. The media made comparisons between Pete and Kim's ex-husband, Kanye West, and rumors circulated about how Pete was handling the intense media attention. Kim, too, faced challenges as her relationship with Pete was criticized by some fans and critics alike. Yet, through it all, they stuck together. Pete struggled with the constant spotlight on their relationship, but Kim, being no stranger to public attention, helped him navigate the pressure. She understood that it wasn't easy for him, and she often reassured him that their connection was real, regardless of what the tabloids said. Kim was often seen defending Pete, especially when some of the media's treatment of him became harsh or unwarranted. Kim also had to contend with the reactions from her ex-husband, Kanye, who was openly vocal about his thoughts on her new relationship. But Kim remained steadfast, focusing on what mattered most: her children, her businesses, and her love for Pete. She knew that their relationship was something special and that it was worth fighting for. As the months went by, Kim and Pete's bond continued to deepen. They went on vacations together, celebrated holidays as a couple, and spent time with each other's families. Pete was particularly close with Kim's children, who were used to the spotlight but still maintained a sense of normalcy in their lives. Pete's easygoing nature made him a natural fit in Kim's world, and he bonded with her kids over shared interests and experiences. Kim, on the other hand, helped Pete refine his public image, introducing him to new professional opportunities and encouraging him to pursue passions beyond comedy. Kim's impact on Pete's life was undeniable. She pushed him to be his best self and helped him become more confident in his career. Pete, in turn, helped Kim reconnect with her sense of humor and spontaneous fun. She had always been known for her poise and grace, but Pete reminded her that it was okay to let go and enjoy the lighter side of life. By the middle of 2022, it was clear that their relationship was no passing fling, it was something real, something lasting. They began making plans for the future together, navigating the balance between their professional commitments and personal lives. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian's love story was anything but typical. From the outside, it may have seemed like an improbable match, but the connection they shared was undeniable. Both had experienced personal struggles, both had been under the microscope of the public eye, but together, they created a space for each other where they could be their truest selves. As their relationship continued to grow, Kim and Pete proved that love, in its purest form, doesn't always follow the rules. Sometimes, it surprises us. It challenges us. It changes us. But in the end, it's love that allows us to see the world differently, to grow, and to embrace each other fully. Though the details of their love story will always be part of the public narrative, what mattered most was the connection they built away from the cameras, away from the noise. In each other, they found a kind of peace, something real that made both of them believe that even in the craziness of Hollywood, love could still be simple. Pete and Kim's story was a reminder that sometimes, love isn't about finding the perfect match. It's about finding someone who complements you, someone who understands your dreams, your struggles, and who's willing to fight alongside you every step of the way. And in that, their story wasn't just about fame, it was about the timeless power of love.